What's up, you guys? All right, so there's still a weird shadow, and for those of you that saw the last video, I was on for like 30 seconds, and then Skylar woke up crying, so I'm back. So lighting is terrible, but it is what it is. All right, so no, this is not work. All right, so let's just do this. I've been talking the last couple of days about fear, right? And so, talked about nourishing from fear, from love, and how that responds in my life. On the day 2, we chatted about the getting into your body, and how getting into your body will really let you identify the fear and then move through it. Yesterday we talked about the stories that go along with fear. Today I want to talk about another actual example of what we do in life, and how we can come from fear and how we can come from love. So I've worked with a lot of clients in the past, and they're like, they dread working out. They feel like it's something they have to do. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't like it, right? Or they don't think they like it. That's their story. So, and then we have a lot of clients, like we own a CrossFit gym. We have probably 50 people that have been with us for all 9 years, right? Okay, maybe 8 years. So, and so like, obviously those people love the gym. They love working out. They love what it does for them. And so I've had the people that don't really enjoy exercise ask me, they're like, how do people do this? Like, how do they just keep showing up? And really, you guys, when we break it down and we start to really analyze what's going on, is that, when you're in a place of fear and you're like, I have to do something, anything, exercise, change your nutrition, go to a job, whatever. Like when you feel like you have to do it to get a result or to not get a result, right? So most people that we've worked with at the gym, it's I have to work out so that I can lose weight. Okay, that is a decision motivated by fear. Okay, the other side of that is I get to work out so that I can be strong, so that I can have that endorphin rush, so that I can show up in my life, and so that I can feel good, right? And so do you guys see the difference in that? I was talking to one of our members today, and she was like, she's lost quite a bit of weight with us, which is awesome, but she's also way stronger, way happier, just like in a totally better place. And she works at a shipping place. And so she said, the scale hasn't changed a bunch, but I can feel other things going on in my life. And she goes, and people will hand me packages and they're like, oh, I can get it. It's heavy. And she says, I'll pick it up and it's not heavy. And she was like, so that's cool. But you can tell she's not totally there yet with like still wanting the scale to change, which is understandable, right? Like this isn't going to be a shift that happens immediately. But if you think about this, if you're like, okay, if my goal is to be strong, if my goal is to love my body, if my goal is to love how I feel, then I get to exercise, right? And I think that's the biggest thing is like, obviously I own a CrossFit gym. That doesn't mean CrossFit is the end all be all for what you need to do. Maybe it's walking, maybe it's Zumba, maybe it's cycling, maybe it's whatever. Like, as long as you feel like it's something that you get to do and you want to do because it's in alignment with how you want to show up in this world and how you want to feel, that's going to shift everything, right? But if you are doing things, anything, just from a place of I have to do it because if I don't, then I will, whatever, right? Like I will get fat, or I won't look the way I want to look, or I won't have the thing I want to have, whatever that is, right? If you're doing it because you have to and not because you get to, then you're going to be coming from fear. And so I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and I said, here's a really simple question when we're talking about body image, because I work obviously with a lot of people around food and body, of like, if you love your body, which you want to, right? We all do. What actions would you take to show your body that you love it? And what actions would you want to be taking so that it showed up the way you want it to show up, right? And she's like, oh, that's interesting, right? And she went from being an over restrictive bodybuilder to now not really wanting to do anything for the fear of going back into that obsessive place. And she's like, well, I still really like lifting weights. And I said, cool, why do you like lifting weights? And she said, because I feel strong. And I'm like, cool, so go do that from the intention of love and from the place of I like the way I feel when I do this, without the fear that you're going to fall back into that, right? And so if you guys just start to pay attention, fear shows up in so many places in your life, right? Like fear to make a decision, fear to stand up for yourself, fear to just act, right? And the thing is, when you start to actually do it, and you start to show up for yourself and you start to say, no, I love myself. I want to love my life. I want to love how I feel. I want to love the relationships that I have. And of course it's going to get windy. then you get to step into that person, and then the fear goes away, right? Like it's look at fear, see it for what it is, and then do it anyway. I've had an interesting few days, and I've made some really big decisions in my own world. And I realize that subconsciously some of this stuff is just my fear, my brain wanting to keep me safe, right? And when I really felt into it, like some decisions that I've made were not from my head. Like they were total visceral, just, I was like, that is not in alignment. I have to shift that, right? And the minute I accepted here that that's what had to happen, everything changed and everything got lighter. So really, you guys think about when you stay in fear, right? And you let fear motivate you, you're never going to end up where you want to be. So just ask yourself, seriously, there are not helicopters that go over my house, except for right now. So ask yourself, if I want to love my life, my body, my relationships, my job, like what things do I need to do to show up in a place where I love them and I'm being the best version of myself. So that is what I have for you guys today. So keep an eye out for the Shift 5-day that's coming out. We're going to drop it September 16th. So if you want in on that, let me know. If you guys have questions, let me know. I'm also going to post a survey. I'd love to hear what you guys want to hear about. So a lot of things I've heard is self-sabotage, motivation, body image, body confidence, those kind of topics. So I'm going to post a survey. So if there's more stuff that you guys want me to chat about, I love talking to you guys. So let me know what that stuff is when I post that survey. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. We're actually going to the lakes to go paddleboarding with the gym. So we're going to get out and use our fitness. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you soon.